Thank you so much for joining. Can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. I am from Pune. I completed my graduation in 2017 from Pune University in computer science engineering. I have around 6+ year of experience working as a business analyst, and currently I'm working at from last 2.5 year. Okay, and currently the project that I'm working, which is implementation of the employee document management system. For that, we already implemented it for around 25,000 plus employees globally, and we also migrated, the old employee files from one system to the employee self-service portal. Okay, and if you talk about my overall roles and responsibility, it is more toward the implementation of the ServiceNow's ITSM and the HRSD model. And before that, I worked for the Attitude and the ET Global Services for the same role. And overall, my job related information is regarding, the stakeholder communication, understanding the business requirement, understanding the pain point, and provide the best effective solution as per their business requirement. Also, I involved in the each phase of the SDLC, meaning I participate in a requirement gathering session, I participate in writing the user stories and acceptance criteria. Also, I participate in a UAT environment during the writing the sample test stories and the sample test cases for the end users, and perform and give the demo, and provide the provide the demo, and and support the IT team till the deployment.
Okay. So your role is kind of ITSM and ITL focused.
Yes,
How will you
yes.
connect HRSD BA
Mhm.
experience with ITSM?
Okay, so first of all, like if you talk about the fundamentals, both fundamental are same. Like the catalog items and the tickets, meaning the in the HRSD it is the HR cases, in the IT team it will be a service request or the incident. So overall, if you talk about the functionalities, everything is same. But if I talk about the HRSD, it is morely focused only about the HR team from the our organization. But if we talk about the ITSM, majorly it involves the all type of IT operation, meaning from hardware to software application, it involves everything. So like the this is the majorly I can relate both with them.
Okay. If I want to implement HRSD,
Mm-hmm.
should I go for uh, a custom app, or is it fine to start it in our, native ServiceNow instance?
So it totally depends upon the business requirement. Okay, so once I analysis those requirement, okay, it totally depends, because ServiceNow offers some of the out of the box features. Okay, and we have some of the catalog items which we can use by default. Okay, but obviously if we need to use some custom modification or the customization on the HRSD model, that is doable. If I take the example of the one journeys that currently we are working, which is a non-voluntary separation. Okay, so some of those
Mm.
so we have already inbuilt journey that's Snow is providing for the non-voluntary separation. But here in Amdocs, we have the multiple teams that are participating in is in this type of journeys, meaning that we have the HR, we have the payroll team, we have the PRP team, which is a core business team who is helping to helping to during the non-voluntary separation. So if I talk about the out of the box journey, some of the features we are using. But yes, regarding the task creation, regarding the multiple assignment group and the multiple approval flows, we required some kind of customization here.
Okay. So tell me this, in which case I should go for a custom app separately
Mhm.
different?
Um, you mean to trying to say for the example? Okay, so
Yeah.
I
Which
will take.
example,
Mhm,
or let me change the question.
mhm.
What are the motives that inspire a developer to create a custom app, which is very much generic or very much, not ITSM centric, but
Mhm.
very much direct to the users? So, what are the factors that we have to consider?
Okay, so if I talk about the factors, it totally depends upon the key stakeholders, meaning that who is the key stakeholder and who are going to use that application. In the my case, okay, if I talk about the ticket management tool or the HR cases, we are managing the ServiceNow HRSD, okay. But if we talk about the employees' data, where we are going to save, those are these SAP success factor, okay. So for that purpose, like it is the front end tool for the overall daily operations for the employee, where we have the basic, or the we can say the core data of the employee, meaning the sensitive data, including the salary information, their family information, their gender, everything is sensitive, is stored in this app success factor, okay. So whenever we created the DMS for the our organization's employee, we prepared a success factor instead of ServiceNow. But if we talk about the all workflows, all the the flowing document from the onboarding, from the recruitment stage, so for that purpose, for the workflows, for the approval flows, we use the ServiceNow. But for the basic configuration, meaning the what type of document we are going to store, what subtype we are going to create, who is going to access, so according to that we have the core roles like employee, HR. And for those user, they mainly handles the SAP success factor. In that case, from the ServiceNow team, we they recommended us to provide, overall the structure of the our existing success factor, and they can integrate it as per the the best practice in the market. So that is the case here, Binda.
Okay. Tell me the difference between SLA and OLA, and why we can
Mm-hmm.
say that OLAs are the backbone of SLAs. Can we
Okay.
say that?
Okay, so I will take one example. Okay,
Hmm.
so I will take the example of the employment verification letter. As an employee, I want the employment verification letter. Whenever I raises the ticket via the self-service portal from the Snow, so there is a service level agreement, meaning there is an agreement between the customer and the business. For example, for this type of letter, we need to provide those letter to the employee within a 2 days. Okay, so this is the agreement between the end user and the business, okay. But if I talk about the OLA, so it can be a for the OLA there can be a multiple team can be involved, meaning that first of all, whenever I raise the ticket, it will go to the tier 1 group, okay. So but there in the back end there are the chances that the document preparation part or the later generation part that are doing by the another thing, so there is a separate generation team for it, okay. So those tier 1 team will send those ticket to the that specific assignment group, for the maybe like from the generation assignment group. So there is a internal agreement between the teams, meaning the tier 1 to the generation team, so we need to generate those specific later within maybe like 4 hours or 8 hours. It totally depends upon the business, okay. But if you have the multiple teams are involved, maybe if you require the legal signature, then for the later generation the OLA will be 4 hours. For the later signatory, the OLA will be 2 hours. So in this case, if you see, if I want to achieve an SLA, we need to focus on the OLA. It should complete within the given time only. If it is impacting, obviously it will hammer the SLA, and obviously the what you can say the breach in this case will obviously it occurs 100% time. Binda.
Okay. Do you know the difference between reactive and proactive problem management? Just give me one example.
Uh, so about this term, basically I know, but I'm not sure about the problem. But from the words I can say that if I talk about the uh, the reactive, meaning that if I take the example of the incident, in the case of incident, if it is a maybe it is a normal, or if it is a major, or if it is an emergency, in this case we have to follow the reactive approach, meaning that that change is unintentionally appeared, okay. It is an unexpected change, so in this case we have to follow the reactive approach. But if you talk about the proactive approach here, or proactive problem management here, is that for the standard change, so we have the predefined test cases, or predefined maybe the SOPs for that specific incident, or that specific change. So according to that predefined information, we can work, or IT team can work on those specific problem. Punda.
Okay, so as a business analyst,
Mm-hmm.
okay, suppose you got a task to design a new incident form, not
Mm-hmm.
actually go and design, but to, just to create a design document kind of thing. So in that
Mm-hmm.
case, what question you should ask to the business?
Okay. So for first of all, whenever I identify the key stakeholders, I will try to get understand. Here is that what is the category, or what is the, what we can say, the services that that should be a part of that specific form. Okay, if I take the example of the leave request, then it should come under the, maybe the presence, or maybe it comes under the absence. So this is the basic understanding we require from the business. Okay, but if you talk about the specific fields, obviously ServiceNow offers some kind of catalog. Okay, and in the catalog we have the CIs, meaning that we have the inbuilt field, including the the variables, meaning the fields. We have the inbuilt approval flow. So according to that, if we have the existing process, or we have the existing item for it, obviously we can I can prepare maybe small mock-up or small wireframe for it, and I can quickly catch up with the business stakeholder, and I can show you the quick demo. And this is the existing we have, and if you want, if it is matching to your business requirement, we can go with it, obviously. But if they require any customization, or if they require any changes in the form, maybe like some kind of drop down or some kind of validation, so according to that we can write it down the all requirement, and obviously we can check the feasibility with the with the technical team open the here.
Okay, so let's say I'm taking this a follow up on this question.
Mm-hmm.
So you met the stakeholder
Mm-hmm.
and he stressed upon creating of 5 fields.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, you have to create it, means that's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So what could be the negative impact of that, or is it fine to have these fields?
Um, if I talk about the form, okay, first of all, I will check the use of those field for that
No,
specific.
that
Mm-hmm.
business requirement is clear. These fields are
Mm-hmm.
needed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
as a service now SME,
Mm-hmm.
what you think is not good here? What will be get impacted in creating a lot of fields
Uh, Creating a lot of fields.
or customizations
So whenever if you talk about the any type of platform, any kind of the SaaS application, we recommend our customer to use the out of the box or the defined features. Okay, whenever there are the chances, there are like multiple types of customization, or the the custom fields whenever we get in our form or in our in our product. Whenever the release happens for the any maybe like for the snow, if the any new release happen, so for the during the testing period, obviously the additional effort will be required, because whenever any release appears in the system, there are some predefined statements are there, predefined information there, and which aligns with the whatever the out of the box features we have. But whenever we create any custom fields, obviously throughout testing is needed, and it will impact maybe during the, maybe there are chances that we can like there will be an incident occur, or there will be a problem occurs due to this, or maybe whenever this release appears, maybe like server goes down, and it will impact entire business, because that is not recommended change from the our side in the.
basically service now recommend to use Autopilot because
Mhm.
they are not so much supporting the customizations. Okay, so these
Okay,
things you
okay.
have to keep in mind. Okay, have you used Flow Designer?
Oh, I didn't use it because development team currently using it, but I mostly create a high level UML diagrams for the development
Okay.
team, so they can create a flow design in the effective manner.
Okay, do you know or can you give an example where to use Flow Designers and where to use business rules?
Okay, so I believe for the business reel, it mostly we use on the forms, maybe on the ticket form, or maybe on the service request form. But if I talk about the flow designer, I believe because currently we are working on the two major journeys, which is the relocation and non-voluntary, we are using the flow designer because we have the multiple approval teams, we have the multiple assignment groups. For that purpose, we use the flow designer because there are like multiple hierarchy, multiple teams are involved. So there are chances that, if the flow is defined and, if there is a complex workflow is involved, then obviously we need to use the flow design. But if you talk about the business rule, mostly in our organization we use this only for the simple tickets, meaning, like the leave request or meaning for the letter generation, because with the help of business rule we can clearly define, like simple email notification or simple assignment group mapping. So that is the case here, Upinder.
Okay, so one more thing. How do you
Mhm.
decide what to capture in BRD, user stories? What
Okay, so
generally we capture in BRD or FRD user stories?
okay, so if I talk about the BRD, it is a very high level document and mostly it defines the very high level business need from the customers, meaning that
Can you give me one example?
uh, okay, so I will take the example of the non-voluntary separation here. Is that, uh, uh, like this the objective is here that, we should have the automated flow or automated journeys from where we can raise an ticket for the multiple employees for the multiple regions, so that, like multiple team can receive the email notification and they can approve as per the requirement. Okay, it is a very high problem statement from the business. Okay, and for that purpose, we can understand that we in the BRD we mostly define the what they are trying to achieve here. Okay, for example, what they require is meaning that they require the simple ticket. Okay, the what they require, they want to achieve the they want to reduce the multiple approval flow, they want to send an email notification on the each task creation, on the maybe on the each subtask creation. So that type of business requirement we can define in the BRD. But if we talk about the FRD, maybe where in the FRD mostly we define the very low level requirement, meaning we define the software level requirement, meaning that we define the here the user stories, meaning for the specific what we can say this for the specific story, what will be the acceptance criteria, what will be the business rule, what will be the validation, everything we need to define in the FRD. Also we need to include the non-functional requirement, like how it will impact our system, what will be the performance. So everything we need to define in the FRD. So if you talk about the core difference in the BRD, we need to highlight the project scope. Okay, who will be a key stakeholders, what will be the timeline, and what will be the high level for high level business requirement. If you talk about the
Okay,
FRD, yeah,
yeah, okay, great. What is your current project? Give
the
me
current
just
uh,
name.
s- so currently I'm working on the two different project. One is a non-voluntary separation journey in this HRSD, and second one is a that we are going to complete in the next quarter, which is a implementation of the employee DMS for the MDocs employees.
Okay,
Upinder.
for both of this project,
Mm-hmm.
give me the business value in one line for both.
uh,
Like your
uh,
separation one, right? So
yes,
what is
so
the business value you are getting or your team or your organization is getting? Tell me just in one line.
if I talk about the non-voluntary separation, in one line is that we are improving the efficiency of the system, and we are reducing the manual efforts which multiple team requires during the submission and during the approval of this type of complex tickets. And if we talk about the employee DMS, that we are moving from the Windows share folder to the digital copies of the employee files that are helpful during the auditing, and they are aligning with the global compliance policy. Upinder.
Okay. Uh, what about AI? What things you have done in AI? Because ServiceNow is
Mhm.
heavily investing in AI. So what you know or what you have done till now in AI? Anything?
Okay, so I'm aware about the Now Assist platform. Okay, Upinder. But if I talk about the in my organization, we develop in-house ping, which is based on the GPT platform, meaning that we have the KB articles on our in our database, meaning that we have the all kind of HR information. Okay, but what was the problem, that whenever any employee want any kind of information, they have to go to the that portal and they have to raise a specific HR ticket, and it is very time consuming. But what we did, we use our KB article as our database, core database, and from that we we ju- not we, but there is a cross-functional team that we help during the testing, but they generated one conversational AI platform for where we can add simply our queries, HR related queries, and if there is a content available on the KB article, obviously they will provide a response. But like if it is not, obviously we can provide a feedback and everything, like they can capture and they can improve the data as per the user's response. And if
Okay.
you talk about the
Okay.
daily
Yeah.
operation, obviously I use the Copilot mostly because it is approved in our
Okay.
organization.
Okay. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get offended, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so suppose this project is implemented wonderfully, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
after 1 month, this project is shut down,
Mm-hmm.
means it is of no use, okay? Tell me
Okay.
why.
Okay.
What can be the reason?
uh okay, it's very complex. Wait. Hmm. The which project specifically you can mention, so
Yeah,
according to
this
that I will.
AI assist project, Ping project.
uh the best reason for it may be the response that system is generating, because we
Mm.
observe that sometimes it shows the incorrect response. And obviously like there is a one drawback that AI platform for inbuilt and AI platform is that, sorry, they are
Yeah, yeah.
not generating any kind of incident, or they are not generating any kind of HR case from there. you know for me, for example, for me, if I want to apply a leave request, okay, obviously I have to go again back to the HR portal, and they have to manually
No, no, that
submit
is
those
an
requests.
extended
So
functionality. It's a scope thing, right? That you are saying.
yeah.
It is fine. But I'm saying we will have this later in the version 2, but this is project is failing. So the reason can
Mm-hmm.
be, let me tell you. See, AI assist and all, all these are basically dependent on the quality of your knowledge articles. If the
Right.
quality
Mm-hmm.
of your knowledge articles is poor, then doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter how much good your AI, how much good your implementation. Ultimately, it is going to fail
Understood.
and will not benefit at all. So the data from where this AI
Mm-hmm.
assist is fetching the things should be top notch. If you feed good data,
Yeah.
will get good
Mm-hmm.
response. Okay, so you should think in this perspective.
Understood. Understood.
Okay, I'm done
Okay,
with the
sure, sure.
discussion.
Yep.
You have any question?
Okay. Not now. No, no questions. Just I want the feedback from your side.
Yes, feedback is your communication is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just uh, prepare some good use cases
Okay.
or
Okay.
what things you have in your resume.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
in case if you do not know the answer, then it's okay to say no in some cases like uh, reactive and
Yeah.
proactive
Got
problem.
it.
Okay, do
Got it.
not guess. We are
Okay.
talking about problem only, but just do not explain the meaning of the words. If you do not know, then just say no. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah,
Understood.
this is simple. Just make your before. I'm sorry. Before going into interview, make
Mm-hmm.
sure you understand properly what you have written in your resume. Good
Okay.
examples, real time examples, and what actually the value you created from that project.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Do not
Understood.
explain all the technical stuff that we have added this and that. Okay, that's okay. But the main thing is what value your
Mm-hmm.
organization got from those projects.
Okay. Understood.
Think in that perspective. Okay,
Understood. Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
that's it. And
Yep.
all the very best from my side for your
Okay.
interview.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.